Hello. Please kindly confirm if you can see my screen.
Um, Mr. Tiami, you can hear me?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
All
I'm
right.
trying
So
to join with another device again.
okay,
I'm
okay.
having difficulty to share. So, would you mind helping me to share this slide so I can speak to it from here?
Okay, so let's try to do that from our end.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. I think I can see clearly now. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Success. All right. Once again, good evening, everyone. And thank you so much for being here. And I would say today we'll be talking about you having the skills already and how to position yourself, how to sell yourself in today's labor market. Okay, so before I proceed, I would like to do a brief introduction by myself. And my name is Tiamila Michael. I am a human resource professional. Over the years, I have had experience working with different organizations from for different sectors, from pharmaceutical to financial service firm, to software company. And at the same time, I have worked in the recruitment and consulting firm. Currently, I find myself in a financial institution and also a consulting firm. I am the principal talent consultant at Recruit Connect Nigeria Limited. So that's a brief about myself. And today we'll be discussing about you have the skills. Now let's get you higher. So basically, um, this slide is actually prepared for employment, preparing you guys for employment opportunities out there. So we won't be doing just the theory alone. Yeah, I'm not here to talk about the theory. I'm not here to only motivate you, but giving you the real steps. I'll be giving you the real steps you must take in order to compete effectively in the Nigeria job market of today. Yeah, many people we always say there is no job. Nigeria is hard. You need connection in order to get job. Yes, that's what people have always been saying. Why some of these questions may be true to an extent, in all sincerity. But the real question is, are you truly prepared for the opportunity that comes your way? Are you really positioning yourself well for this opportunity? So today, I want us to focus on what employers in Nigeria are really looking for, even beyond Nigeria now. How to package yourself properly. 3, how to stand out even when you don't have connections. Then 4, how to move from being a job seeker to a valuable candidate. I would like to ask any one of you here who would like to give me a response. How many of you have you applied for over 20 jobs without getting a feedback before? You applied for 20 jobs and you don't have a feedback at all. Anyone? Okay, so I believe no one. So the purpose of asking this question is to let you understand more than 20. Oh, I can see someone responding more than 20. Now, why are you not getting feedback? Have you tried to check yourself? Have you tried to look at those things that are missing on your CV, or are you taking a look at the requirement of the job you are applying for? Many of you believe you have one generic CV, and that generic CV is what you use in applying for all sorts of jobs that comes your way. So I would like to ask, are you aligning your CV with the job description of the job you're applying for? These are important questions. I will proceed by letting you understand that job preparation starts long before you even click apply. Before applying for any job, preparation involves 3 major things that you need to understand. Number 1, understanding yourself. When I say understanding yourself, what do I mean? What are your strengths? 2, what skills do you have? 3, what kind of job fits your personality? Do you ask yourself these questions? So with this, if you don't know yourself, you just apply for anything and you don't even fit into them, and nothing will come out of it. You'll be applying without feedback, without results. Because you as a person, you have to be prepared. Can I do this? Is this something I can do? Take a look at your own personality. So now, still on the overview of job preparation, number 2, I'd like to talk about your mindset. Please, can we move to the next slide, please? Let's go to the next slide. Next to slide. So when we talk about mindset in Nigeria, rejection is common. In all sincerity, yeah, in Nigeria, rejection is very, very common. You may apply for 50 jobs and hear from only 3 of them. In fact, you might not even hear from any of them or one of them. But if your mindset is weak, you will give up. Yes, if your mindset is weak, you will give up. See, you as a person, as an individual that really want to get yourself, that really want to position yourself very well, you have, number 1, you have to possess the following qualities. Number 1, you have to be confident. Number 2, you have to be patient. 3, be willing to learn. When we talk about willing to learn, look at it very well. SQA Marshall run a kind of training for software engineers, software testers, quality assurance role. So have you positioned yourself? Try to learn something new. Attend these classes. Try to ensure you use that opportunity to gather all information needed about being a software engineer or a software tester, sorry. Acquire the knowledge needed for that role. In fact, go beyond the class. After the class, go on YouTube, make findings, get to know more about what they are teaching you. In fact, at times, some things keep your facilitators or your teacher. We are all human as well. But when you go online, you learn more things, you come to the class, you ask questions. When you ask questions about those things you're not clear about, then your facilitator will pick, oh, I didn't mention this. But this is how to go about it. But when you are not pushing yourself to learn more, then you are not going to help yourself. You are not positioning yourself well because you need to learn. Then lastly, I would like to be sincere with you. You need to avoid entitlement mentality. And I'm qualified for that role, but no come here. I'm the best fit. You just believe you are the best fit. But there are other things your recruiter have seen in probably in others other applicants, and they feel like, okay, they are much more better than you. There are some qualities we look at. Before those qualities, I would like to proceed. I'm still on the job preparation. I would like to proceed by letting you know that the third thing here I would like to talk about is organizing. You have to organize yourself. Before applying for any job, my dear brothers and sisters, ensure you have an updated CV. Make sure your CV is up to date. That's the first thing. Secondly, arrange your certificate. You are done with SQL Marshal. You have done some little trainings about quality assurance online. Attach those certificates together with your BSc, your NYSC, O-level. Ensure they are all arranged. The original photocopy, get them separately. Number 3, have a professional email address. Some people are funny. You see someone using fineboy123@gmail.com. Bilikisu@yahoo.com. What are you yahooing? You need a professional email address. Let it carry your name. Oluwafemi@yahoo.com. Oluwafemi@01@gmail.com. All these things are things you could look at times that you don't even know. Lastly, I would like to let you know that you need to have a clear job search plan. What do I mean by this? You know you are a quality assurance person. Don't apply for a job outside that field. This is what you want to do. This is what you have passion for. And you have learned this, you have the skills already. You have gone through a lot of classes in order to gain the required skills for that role. Then why diverting? You need to stay focused. Your job search should be very, very clear in terms of, okay, I want to apply for 20 jobs a day, 30 jobs a day. That is the target you are setting for yourself. You should know, okay, today I'm dealing with LinkedIn. I want to route it. All the quality assurance intern roles are there. Now there I want to route. You understand? You just say, okay, this is where I'm focusing on today. Tomorrow I'm going on Indeed. You fire on. Next tomorrow, what Nigerian jobs? I come for you. On Thursday, you go. My job mark, you go for it. You continue to ensure that you don't just give up. Let me tell you the truth. If you don't know, preparation reduces panic. Once you are prepared for any role, so far you have acquired the skills for that role. Once you are prepared, whenever you are invited for an interview, you can't be panicked. You can't be scared. You have that confidence because you know, I know these things. I have learned it. I have done a lot of assignments. Whatsoever they are going to ask me, something I have done over time, I know them. For example, imagine someone being invited for an interview and your NYSC certificate is missing and you went for an interview. Just imagine. And you are being asked, where is your NYSC certificate? I left it at home. In all sincerity, me as a human resource person, I see it as a lack of preparation. You are not prepared. So you must be organized. You must be organized. So my Mr. Sose, please, next slide. You must be organized. So next thing here, we'll be talking about you understanding the job roles. That is the job you want to apply for. One major mistakes that job seekers make is not reading the job descriptions properly. Before applying for any job, take a look at the job descriptions. Read them from A to Z. Are these things what I know? Out of these 10 JDs, okay, I know 7. The remaining 3, I don't know them. Let me prepare myself ahead of time for it. Then what? Adjust your CV accordingly too, to suit that role, to suit that job description. Because since you know them, that means you have done it before. You might not have done it as work, yeah, in all sincerity, but as assignment. Probably when in class you have the assignment and something you have done before in class. Then what's stopping you? So I will be sincere with you. There are so many things your employers expect from you, and I would like to list 3 major things. Number 1 is you being attention to details. 2, your efforts towards your job search. 3, alignment. See, let me tell you the truth. I can remember my last job, my current role. After applying for the job, after the interview, and I got a call that we are trying to do a previous employer check on you, but we are not getting a feedback from your previous employer. I know the effort I put in place by calling my previous employer. Please, I'm just going after, and I ensure that thing was sent that same day. By going after my previous employer, that is my own effort. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That is my own effort. So, for example, before that, when you see, let me just tell you, when you see a job post, you can simply ask yourself some questions like, what skills are they asking for? You need to know the skills the job require. Number 2, what experience level? Do they need someone with 8 years experience and you have just 2 years experience? Please avoid applying. Don't disturb yourself. This one with 3 years experience and you have 2 years experience, my brother and sister, please apply. You see, your experience for that 2 years might covers what they want in the JD. Apply. Adjust your CV accordingly to the job descriptions. Another thing you must always watch out for is what tools or software are they is required for that role. Lastly, what industry are they recruiting for? You need to know, you need to have the industry knowledge. Is it a financial institution? Is it a software company? You need to know. Imagine you just see a job advert, quality assurance. We are hiring quality assurance for the role, and you are reading the JD properly, you applied. On the long run, you later realize that you are applying for a restaurant quality assurance role. So you must pay attention to details. You must take a look at what you are applying very well and adjust your CV accordingly. So another thing I will also let you know is that if you're applying for any role, and let me say, for instance, you're applying for a role and they say the person must have experience in using Microsoft Excel and data reporting, and your CV do not mention Excel anywhere, do you know that you have already reduced your chances? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You have reduced your chances and you know it. So why don't you have it on your CV? That's the reason why you must always look at the job description properly. Adjust your CV. You must always be ready to do this. Adjust your CV to suit all roles you're applying for. And at the same time, you will need to ask yourself many questions. For instance, Ask yourself, do I qualify? No, there are some job you see the JD and you be like, I know I can't do this time, I'm not qualified. You even bother to apply. So that's what I'm trying to say. Ask yourself, do I qualify for this role I'm applying for? If not, what skill can I quickly learn in order to match up or to meet up with the required skills? And as I said, you need to always go online. The remaining two, let me say, for instance, they have 15 JDs there. There are 15 itemized things that you must know or required skills for the role. And you are only familiar with 10 of them. My brother and sister, incorporate the whole 15 things into your CV. Then the remaining 5 things, go and prepare yourself for it. Go and prepare yourself accordingly for it. See, let me tell you the truth. Sometimes you don't need 100% qualification, in all sincerity. If you meet 60 to 70%, I'm very sincere with you. You can learn and you can learn the rest. Just apply confidently. Apply. But please don't apply blindly. Apply strategically. Be strategic. Take a look at what you are applying for very well. You can't just look at it, you turn blind eye and just be like, since it's quality assurance, so then you just apply. No, you need to apply strategically. And when we talk about strategically, another thing I would like to let you know is these are things I will still talk about on the long run when we talk about this strategically, being strategic about applying. You saw a LinkedIn post, someone is recruiting for the role of quality assurance intern, and you saw that this is the person that posts this job. After applying for that role, try to connect with that person. We call it networking. Connect with that person. Send a follow-up message. Dear Lagbaja Amedo, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great. And how is work going over there? Then follow up with your message. You advertise a particular role and I'm highly interested. However, I have applied for the role. I would like, no, you just create that connection. It is needed. I don't know if anybody have a question for me at this point in time before I proceed. I have just 30 minutes left. Any question, use the emoji so I can quickly take question there before I proceed to the next stage. Okay, if no question, I would like to proceed. So the fourth thing I would like to talk about here is preparing your CV and cover letter. See, in all sincerity, your CV is your marketing document. Don't forget, you are marketing yourself. You are marketing yourself. See, if your CV is weak, you may never get invited for any interview. In fact, you won't even get a recruiter call, talk less of being invited for an interview. So these are the major things you must avoid. Number one, avoid using one CV for all jobs. Okay, sorry, Veno, I think you have something to ask. Please, you have the floor. I think this will be the only question I
Okay.
take for now.
Thank you so much. The webinar really take a lot of impact, and I learned a lot from it. My question is, before I ask question, there's this particular time I received a call from a particular HR, and the HR said that they see my profile and they would like to take me for an interview, this and that. On that particular day, the interview is all about cyber security. You know, cyber security is wide, and they don't give the particular part that they want to take me on. They are now asking the question of an attacker phase. You know, cyber security has defense and attacks and response. So they are now asking the question of attacker phase. Now, as a candidate, are you allowed to answer that question? Because know that there are some people that they test you with that knowledge if you can or you cannot. So are you allowed to answer them the, the correct or perfect answer for that attacker phase that the interviewer asks? Thank you.
All right. That's a very good question from you. And to be candid with you, you are allowed to give a feedback to that question. Reason being that it is an interview. And the reason why it is being called an interview is all because they want to assess you. They want to assess you. They want to know your ability. They want to know how vast you are. And that is why that question is being thrown at you. So you are expected to answer the question correctly if you know the answer. And if not, you also respond politely. Sir, you respond, I don't have a response for the question, or probably, oh, I don't have experience doing this before. However, I can give it a try. Oh, I don't know this question because I've never done anything related to it before. It's very fine. We recruiter understand that you can even learn on the job if you don't have the experience before. But not all recruiter understand that. Some people believe they need someone who can get the ground running immediately, and not someone they need to start training again. So that's about that. All right, thank you so much, Mr. Venon. I hope I have been able to answer your question.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, so I would like to proceed. That will be the only question for now till the end of the section. So I'd like to proceed. So I was talking about the major things you need to avoid on your CV. You must avoid about your CV. Avoid using one CV for all the jobs when you're applying. 2, writing of too much irrelevant information. Too much of irrelevant information. You don't need it. I can work under pressure. You are putting that on your CV. When you see the pressure, you'll be able to withstand it. Because you are the one telling the recruiter or the organization that you can work under pressure. When the pressure comes, you'll be able to withstand it. So these are things, there are many things you need to avoid on your CV. Irrelevant things. I love swimming, I love traveling. Then you have forgotten that your company you are applying for, they have branches in Bayelsa, they have branches in Abia State. When they ask you to go by land now, they will kidnap you on the road. You have forgotten that you wrote that you like traveling. So there are major things you need to avoid, please. Many things you need to avoid on your CV. So another thing I also like you to avoid is listing responsibility without results. For instance, you are working with SQ Marshall Limited as a quality assurance person, and you are listing your responsibility while working with them. Please always include your results. I was able to achieve so thing while working on. Let them know what your achievements are, not just only responsibilities. You understand? Let me say, for instance, instead of saying responsible for managing customers, you can easily say manage over 50 direct customer interaction and improve customer satisfaction by 20%. You have mentioned your responsibility and at the same time mentioned your results. In all sincerity, I'll be sincere with you. We recruiters or employers, we love numbers. We love, because we believe numbers shows impact. Numbers doesn't lie. So another thing I would like to let you know is keep your CV to be 1 to 2 pages. You don't need to be too voluminous. 2, ensure it is clear, readable. 3, professional formatting. Make sure your CV is well formatted. Olajide, please, I would like to attempt all questions after the class, please. Please, you can write down your question. Thank you. Right. Ensure it is well formatted. You don't use Palatino. At the same time, you went down there, you start using Time New Roman. Make sure it is equal. You are using the same thing all through. Please. At the same time, your font should be same all through. And avoid grammatical errors on your CV. They are avoidable. If you know you can't avoid it, try to download grammarly.com. After your CV, after you have prepared your CV, take your CV there. It will correct you. To correct your grammars. So for your cover letters, please ensure it is addressed properly to the organization you are applying. Don't forget that you need to always change to edit this time to time if you are applying for any job. If you are applying for PZ job and you are addressing the letter to the HR at PZ, and you are now applying for SQ Marshal job, you are still using that same one used for PZ HR manager. You are still directing it to SQ Marshal. You look unserious. You look like someone who will just come and unserious. That's someone who will just come and scatter the whole process they have in place. So you need to know what you are doing. You need to be clear about what you want to achieve. Ensure you always mention, number 2, ensure you always mention the company name you are addressing your cover letter to. 3, state why you are interested in that job. Let them know why you are interested. Then lastly, explain briefly why you are a good fit for that role. You understand? So with this, just ensure you keep it short, straight, and relevant. And to be candid, I will tell you, they will definitely reach out to you. And I think that you need to always understand it is not all job you are applying for that require cover letter. It will be written boldly there if at all they want you to apply with your cover letter and CV. If they want you to only apply with your CV, you only see it on the job description. And that's why I have said it earlier on. You must pay attention to details. Yeah, so now we'll be moving to the next slide. We're talking about the job search strategies. Okay, I would like to always use my country as an example. So I would say, for example, in Nigeria today, job searching, you have to be very, very strategic for you to position yourself in the country or in the labor market of today. You don't need to depend only on connection. If you have the connection and you don't have the required skills, you are on your own. Nobody wants to employ someone that will come and become an issue in the organization. Me as a human resource person, I want to refer you for a job, and I understand that if you get on the job, you will mess me up, you will disgrace me. I won't refer you. So you don't need to depend on connections. I will give you platforms that you can use. I don't know if you can hear me. I'll give you platforms you can use. Number 1, you can use LinkedIn for your job search. 2, you can use Jobberman. 3, My Job Mag. 4, Indeed. 5, Hot Nigerian Jobs. Another one you can use again, Glassdoor. Some people believe only when you want to make inquiry about organization, that's when you can go on Glassdoor and just make findings about them. No. Glassdoor also posts jobs. There are jobs on Glassdoor that you can also apply for. But please, don't just create an account on LinkedIn when you are creating an account. Ensure your account is well optimized. Optimize your profile. Because when your profile is well optimized, there's something we recruiter we call bullying search, because I will let you to understand why your profile must be optimized. There's something we recruiter we call bullying search. This bullying search, what we do is just put on the search engine, we are looking for a particular role, you put the role and put some keywords of what we are looking at. Then we click on search. Once we click on search, it will bring out results of people who are on LinkedIn that are qualified for that role. And that's why you see at times just see people that will just connect with you. After connecting with you, they drop message. Immediately we are sending that connection request. Our message, our e-message is already in the connection request. As you are accepting it, you are seeing the e-message. So that is the reason why you must always optimize your profile. In all sincerity, networking is very powerful. On LinkedIn, you have to connect. Make sure you connect with human resource professionals. Ensure you connect with people who have the experience. Ensure you connect with people who can actually mentor you. People who can mentor you. You connect with them. So another thing you should always do is inform your friend professionally. Attend events. This is a webinar. Things like this also helps you. Attend webinars, attend events, HR events, or probably software engineers, software testers events, and all. Apply for them. All these things will help you. You learn from people. Choose people as your mentor. People you can learn from. Choose them as your mentor. Another thing is engage with professionals online. Message them. Talk to them. There are some things you might be looking at that you don't really understand. You want to know more. And you see someone posting about it. You can engage them. Go to their connect with them. Send them a message. Learn more about that thing. Don't forget, you are helping yourself. So another thing I will also let you know for free is that please ensure, if you are looking for a job here, ensure you set a weekly goal. Let's say, for instance, ensure that you apply for 10 good jobs weekly or 20 weekly. Connect with a minimum of 5 professionals on a daily basis. Follow up on your applications. Track your application in a notebook or Excel sheet. In all sincerity, if you don't know, consistency beats luck. Yes, if you are consistent, you will definitely get what you are looking for. But when you're not consistent about it and you're not just intentional about it, you might not get it right. You have to be consistent. So I would like to move to interview preparation. See, in the world of today in Nigeria, I have to be sincere with you, interview is where preparation meets opportunity. When you're not prepared for an interview and you go for the interview, you will mess yourself up. Before interview, make sure you research about the company. Before going for any interview, research about the company, what they do. Try to know their mission, vision, and core values. I'm just being sincere with you. I have had that kind of interview before. Someone will just ask you, so yeah, you have been talking about joining us. Do you understand the mission, the vision, and the culture of this organization? Then you can just tell them for free. It's a bonus answer for you. Understand the services they render. Know the kind of organization they have. The service they render, write them out. And another thing you should know is knowing their competitors. What other competitors do. And things you can say the other competitors do that you know, okay, it's really making sense, that you can see as things you will contribute as to the organization when you join them. See, if you don't know all these things, you look so unserious. You need to know them. And there's some major things you need to also practice as a person before going for an interview. You see, one particular question that is very, very important that no recruiter see. You see that question, they don't use a course we recruiter. Tell us about yourself. We must ask you. We want to know about you. It's not just a matter of my name is Lagbaja Tamedo. I have NDBND. I have no work experience. Thank you, my brother. I'll just look you with one bombastic side eye. I might not end up calling you again. Even though you don't have the experience, tell me what you know about that role you are applying for. Talk about it. Talk about it. No, there are some questions that I would like you to understand. You see, tell us about yourself. 2, why should we hire you? You can't escape it. 3, why do you want to work here? These are the kind of questions that you always jam. You always see this question. So you must always prepare yourself. And I'll tell you the truth. When answering this kind of question, there's a method I will always advise you to use. There's a method we call STAR method. Which is where the S stands for situation, the T stands for task, A stands for action, and R stands for result. When you ask these questions, you need to respond using this logic. Now, in a situation, even we HR, we ask situational questions. Yes, we ask situational questions. In a situation whereby you have a supervisor who is too, there are some situation questions you ask. So in responding to those things, always cite a scenario. Talk about the action you took and the results that you get from that situation. And again, there are some questions that may look funny to you, that may look like, why the recruiter asking me this question? Why is this employer asking me this question? Questions like, what does success look like in this role? These are questions that you might be looking funny to you, but at the same time, if I thought you're not being asked this question, there are questions you should ask your recruiter. Another question you can also ask your recruiter. Another question I would say you can always ask your recruiter is, what are the immediate challenges in this position? Or asking the kind of challenges they are currently facing on this particular role, and why are they looking to employ someone for this role? In all sincerity, this shows maturity. It shows that yes, you know what you are doing. You are prepared. So another thing I would like to talk about again this evening is professional etiquette. Seriously, we all know the truth, especially in our country, in Nigeria. First impression matters a lot. If you are coming to my office with you looking tattered, with your Crocs, and you are just looking rough, my brother, that interview is not for you. So these are things you must concentrate on. Number 1, ensure you dress corporate, that is formal. There's some they will tell you they don't dress formal, but when you go there very first day, dress formal. Reason is that when you get there, you suit all things. They look, oh, this person is formal. Wow, but yeah, we don't do this and this. They can correct you. Okay, yeah, this way we dress, we dress down, and we are just free. We operate in the open door policy and all. They will tell you. But when you are not looking corporate or formal, when you are supposed to be formal, is an issue. Always have this at the back of your mind. There are some rules. Let me say for corporate roles, ensure you dress formal. Creative roles, you can dress, you can just smart. There are some dressing that we call smart casual. So you can dress in that manner. And again, communication. You must ensure you use professional language, avoid using slang, and avoid late reply. And always ensure you maintain eye contact with your recruiter. Ensure eye contact with your recruiter. If your interview is scheduled for 10 a.m., ensure you are there by 9:30, 9:45, so that you can be relaxed. But if the interview is virtual, these are the major things you must do. You must put in place before the time of that interview. Test your internet. Number 2, test your microphone. 3, dress properly, even if you are at home. I can remember, I don't know if it's, I can remember then, there was a particular place I was working in, and we were doing an interview with a particular person, and the person was putting on shirt. And all of a sudden, one of the interviewer at the panel asked the applicant to stand up. And the guy was just putting on boxers. He was just putting on shirt on boxers. So funny. So forget the fact that you are at home. Dress corporate. Ensure you are fully prepared. Anything can happen. You might be asked to stand up. They want to see your physical appearance. They want to know, okay, if you are fit for the role. Depending on the kind of role you are applying for. So another thing I would like to mention here is workplace readiness. In all sincerity, getting the job is not the final goal, but you need to keep growing in it. When you resume at your place of work, number 1, make sure you observe first. 2, learn the culture. Learn how things are being done. 3, understand your reporting structure. Don't go there and don't go there and start with I know everything attitude. Over sabi. Make sure you manage your time properly. Deliver before deadline. Ask questions respectfully. Build good relationship. Because your attitude can promote you faster than your certificate, in all sincerity. Your attitude to work will promote you faster than your certificate. Yes, it can. So lastly, I'll be talking about continuous improvement. Yes, the job market is very competitive, we all know. But if you stop learning, you become outdated. That's just it. Don't forget that, because I don't believe because I don't have a job, then that's the end of it. No. You need to stay competitive. That is, you shouldn't stop learning. Continue to learn, take online courses, learn new tools, improve your communication skills. Ask for feedback, because since some of you here, when someone is giving you feedback about your performance, you take it as an insult. Feedback is not insult. Seriously, it is room for improvement. They're letting you know where you need to improve on. Another thing I also like to let you know is every 6 months, try to update your CV. Ensure you acquire new skills. Ensure you have new achievements. And in all sincerity, I will let you know, growth must be intentional. Make sure you are intentional about all these things. And I can assure you, the sky is your limit. So I'll be ending today's class here. So thank you so much for joining. I would like to ask you if you have any question for me at this point in time. If you have any question, you can use the emoji by raising up your hand. All right, Mr. Olajide Tai, you have the floor, sir.
Yes, sir. It's Miss Olajide. Sorry, sir.
Okay,
I'm
all
a
right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. I actually want to talk about starting up, like the first time you start really creating a CV, because like someone that doesn't even have experience about job searching, or maybe you had experience from another place where you've worked before, stuff like that. So let's say maybe you try to create a CV since you don't even have any knowledge about how it works, but you felt okay, you want to create a CV about a job, a personal assistant, or like something like that, and then you create your CV and you input through experience, which you is not majorly an experience. It's not majorly an experience. But you felt you included this experience was asked. I hope you are hearing me, sir.
Not very clear, but I can hear you now.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah,
now. I
I'm
can hear you
talking
now.
about in a situation whereby you find yourself being the first time you are trying to secure a job, and then
Okay.
you've not even written it before, but as a starter, you wrote a CV, and the kind of job you are seeking is a job of an assistant. So you don't have any you don't you are not specific in a particular assistant job you want to do, but you just have decided okay, oh, I want to do an assistant job, and you don't really have experience. You've not done any job before that you even say that okay, you have an experience, but you've worked as an apprentice before. So you are good in communication and you felt like you can include that in a CV. Or maybe you did the teacher job before. So is it okay to include all those kind of experience in a CV? Or how can you do it as a starter that doesn't even has knowledge about securing a job or format?
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful questions. There's something I'm always telling people. Um, before going to school, I would say right from time before my university, I've always thinking I want to be. I've always been planning or praying to be an accountant. But look at where I find myself today. Why? After my university, after my secondary school, and I was like, oh, I think the next line of action now is human resource. Yes. And I can recollect then. I went to LASO. I wanted to join. I wanted for admission. I was leaving industrial and labor relations. I had to go to another school for industrial and labor relations. So in a nutshell, what am I trying to say now is, and today I am practicing what I wanted to practice. Right. But what I'm trying to say now is, you as a person, number one thing you should do is ensure you choose a career path. Ensure you choose a career path. Once you have a career path, your CV will always be tailored towards your career path. I can't say because I have once worked as a teacher, now I want to go into personal assistant role. Fine. There are some qualities, there are some skills you must have acquired, or when working, okay, you must have acquired when working as a teacher that will be useful for you as a personal assistant. Those skills are things you should mention in your CV. Because when you work as a teacher, that was during your NYSC. But now you want to go and become a personal assistant, right? Ensure those qualities, those skills you acquire that tallies or that works with that particular role you're applying for are being written or drafted on your CV. Because these are things that would help you get the job. But don't forget, the role you're applying for, if it is being written there that you must have 1 to 3 years experience, you might not be considered. If it's an entry level role, you might be considered. Reason being that you have the skills, you have acquired the skills related to the job right from that while working as a teacher. But if they want someone who has been working as a personal assistant before, then your chance is very, very low, in all sincerity. I don't know if that answers your question. Hello, Taye. I don't know if that answers your question, please. Hello. All right, I think Taye is not with us
Hello,
anymore.
sir. Sorry, please. I'm not. Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Can you please rephrase the end part? Like, the network is actually breaking, so I do not hear you clearly.
So I said, if at all you are applying for a role of a personal assistant, and the experience you have gathered over time is that of a teacher, and that is doing your NYC, which is just 1 year experience, what is expected of you is to mention the skills you have acquired that is related to that of a personal assistant on your CV. You must take a look at the role you are applying for. Look at the required skills for that role. And I said, before I end my response, I said, if at all that role is an entry level role, you might be considered. In fact, you would be considered for the role because you have the skills. You have used the JD to align the skills you have acquired from time with the job description, or with the skills required for that job. But if I thought they're looking for someone who have 2 years experience already on the job, or 3 years experience already on the job, or 1 year already on the job, you might not be considered. But if I thought they are not finding a suitable candidate, you might still be better than other candidates, and you might be considered for that role. Why? Because you have acquired skills regarding to the job or relating to the job. So I want to believe that answers your question, please.
Yes, okay, it's well understood. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So
Yes, sir.
we have, who is the next person here? We have Mr. Is this Mr. Godwin? Mr. Godwin. Goswin. Oh, Goswill.
Yes, good evening, sir. Thank you so much for this insightful session. I hope you can hear me clearly, please.
Yes, please. I can clearly hear you.
Thank you. My question, I don't know if this question will eventually become a recommendation to the host, Mr. Suspect. So, I was expecting something like this, but just straight to the point, I would like to know, especially for those of us in the tech space, how one can apply and secure a job internationally, especially working remotely from Nigeria.
Okay. That is a very good question, and I believe we have different platforms where you can always secure job remotely in Nigeria. Don't forget, I mentioned something earlier on. I said you must be prepared. You must be strategic about applying. Now, you want to secure a remote job. Strategically, you as a person, go on OpenAI, ChatGPT. How give mention or ask OpenAI prompt, put a better prompt that okay, mention 10 good websites I can apply for a remote job from Nigeria. Give a good prompt. Best 10 remote job in US that I can do from Nigeria. You will get the website where you can apply. Apart from that, go on Google, ask. I can tell you the truth. On Glassdoor, you can always get international jobs there. LinkedIn, there are international jobs there. Yes. There was a time I was working for someone from UK. It is very possible. There was a time I was working for someone from Israel. It is very possible. So you can always strategically make findings. You can't wait. See, let me tell you the truth. Look at the question you're asking now. Mr. Success have a lot of things in his head that he's thinking as well. Fine, it might be something he might be considering in the future in order to post for you guys that okay, you can always visit this website to apply for a job. But at the same time, I said something strategically preparing yourself. Mr. Success won't tell you this is how you're going to apply for jobs, but we only train you to acquire the skills that is needed for the job. And I believe they must have done that because I understand that they have a very voluminous syllabus for you guys. I have attended the classes before and I know how it looks like. So you understand? So in all sincerity, planning yourself, preparing yourself strategically make findings. I can tell you for free. If you go on OpenAI now and do what I asked you to do, you will see more than 20 websites you can apply for remote jobs from Nigeria. I don't know if that answers your questions. Let me start good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually a bit familiar with Glassdoor, but I keep wondering the particular barrier, apart from the fact that most of the jobs are they specify the person's location has to be in one or two states in the country over there, but you hardly find one that the one that they may even say you can apply for from anywhere at all. I usually think, I don't know, just like you said, I'll go do my research, but I used to feel, is there a particular thing that the person in Nigeria needs in order to
Yeah,
maybe like
that's
a motivation or
I
something? That's
I
what
actually
I'm thinking.
understand you. If I say I don't understand you, I'm lying. Now for my role, if at all you want to take any international job, there are some things the recruiter over there will consider. They will consider if you have the international certificate, like our PHRI or SHRI. That's for human resource. Do you understand now? So these are things some of these recruiters put into consideration. And most times when you see people working remotely with another organization over there, I will tell you for free that most times our brothers over there, we are just being sincere with ourselves here now, our brothers over there would have picked up a job and give you the job to be doing it, and the person will be representing the company. You are the one doing the job in Nigeria here, and the person will only be getting paid. And the person will now remit whatever your agreement with that person is what the person will now remit to you. Most times it happens, and that's what is currently trending. People will take up the job. In Nigeria, will take up the job over there, then ask you to be doing it in Nigeria. In Nigeria, that is over there, will take up the job. Then you in Nigeria will be doing it, and the person will be paying you, but the person will be getting more than what the person will be paying you. Most times, that's what's really happening now. So I don't know if that answers your questions too.
Thank you, yes, I'm grateful.
All right. So I don't know any other question from anyone here. Any other persons? Any question again? So, as I've said earlier on, as boldly appearing on the screen, which is the conclusion, don't forget job preparation is more than applying for vacancies. Okay, Tomiwa Phillips, you have the floor, please.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody that is here.
Good evening,
Can you
sir.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. My question is, can we lie on our CV in order to try and get the job?
Wow, that is a wonderful question, and I'll be sincere with you. I am a recruiter, right? And we recruiter, and even me as a person, we recruiter, we understand that recruitment is a black market. Please, I'm not saying you shouldn't lie on your CV if that's what we're able to get the job. I'm not an apostle. I'm not a pastor. But lie about what you can defend, what you know. If you lie about what you cannot defend, you won't get the job. You only get interview invite. I don't know if that is clear. You only get interview invite, but you won't get the job. So I want to believe that's clear.
Yes, it is.
All right. So,
And my other question would be this one. The platforms you have mentioned, the Jobberman, the Indeed, and all of the ones you have mentioned so far, there are some job posters there that I think they are not real, or they are not, they're just trying to scam or something. I don't know. If you can enlighten us about that also.
okay. Few things you can always, thank you for that question again. Few things you can always do in order to know about if a job is authentic or not. I'll quickly mention them. Number one, try as much as possible to pick the name of the organization, post online, try to check their website. If the website exists, put their address, put it on Google. You will see Naija Forum or this thing. You see a lot of feedback about the organization.
I can't hear you.
How about now? Hello.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
So I said, if at all you're getting a job invite from a fake organization, you should be able to identify one. Number one, pick the name of the organization, post it on Google. Try to visit their website to know if they exist. Some of them are very smart to the extent that they have a good website. From there, also pick the address, name of the company, address and name of the company, post on Google. In fact, if possible, copy the old mail you receive from them, post it on Google. You will see, you can do a sample, you will see a kind of people response, what people have said about that kind of email before. If at all it is fake, you will definitely see it. So that's another method. That's just the three basic methods you can use to identify one. And at times, some of them will always want to quickly do a WhatsApp interview with you. My brother, it's a red flag. Avoid it. So that's about that. So I believe that answers your questions. And I would like to, at this point in time, I would like to hand over to Mr. Ayodeji Success. Thank you so much for this privilege. I am so grateful. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Michael. It's been a wonderful session for you today. Yeah, just as always, we've always had our cohort main training programs. This is another top-notch, webinar session from this. Thanks for coming around again to help us impact our trainees and everyone that have passed through our software testing academy before. Thanks for that. Yeah, so a very quick one before I hand over the mic to our moderator for tonight. So there is an ongoing admission process for our software testing scholarship cohort 7. And we have cohort 7A, cohort 7B, cohort 7C, which means that we have different cohorts, cohort 7A, cohort 7B, cohort 7C, and all of that inside the same cohort. And this weekend on Saturday, there's going to be an inside session. Inside session is where the scholars get to meet with, experienced software testers who have been in the industry for quite some time. And here you get to go ask questions about what software testing is about, what they have done, how they have been doing it. In fact, why they even started, the software testing profession in the first place. So that's what is next. So some of you will be having that session on Saturday, while some will be having theirs on Sunday. Please check your email for information regarding that. Maybe tomorrow or that same Saturday, you're going to get an information from us. Okay, very well. I think that will be all for tonight. While I, hand over to the moderator. Deborah, please share there. Okay, I think Deborah is not on seat at the moment. Okay, thank you everyone for joining today's call. We'll keep giving you this kind of webinar. We do it on a monthly basis. So next month, we are going to give you latest information, especially what we are doing. And yeah, there is a contest coming up, software testing contest for GATIN. That will be announced in due course as well. All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you.